Again, York Region Police did a fantastic job here. They did a lot of investigation. They shut down the street. They made people aware. They did an investigation. Why there's a publication ban, that makes the story have a little more life, because if everything was clean, I prefer it to be a little more open, especially when you're talking about a safety and security in our area for such an explosive story. When you have the U.S. Secret Service informing us here about border people coming around. I mean, the overview of the story is alarming, for sure.
David Menzies for the Rebel.media. Well, I'm here on Larratt Lane in Richmond Hill. I'm standing in front of the house where the Mohammadiasls live, namely Reza and Mahyar, the father and son, who stand accused of possessing an explosive device. Needless to say, nerves are frayed in this area because after they were arrested, they were promptly released on bail. They're not back in court until June 6 in Newmarket. And fortunately, I have a Town of Richmond Hill councillor, Tom Muench, here to weigh in on this issue. Now, Tom, none of the neighbors, understandably, wanted to come on camera, but people here on Larratt Lane, they're angry, they're frustrated, some of them are scared. And I mean, it's just because two people that potentially made a bomb that, according to some reports, was powerful enough to take out 3 city blocks are free to come and go as they please. How do you weigh in on this?
Well, first of all, I'm happy that the police got involved. I'm happy we found out about it. I'm happy that the Border Control Services did their job. I'm happy that there was good coordination with the police. I'm glad that there was brought through the courts. I don't know the specific details of what's involved because I wasn't there and there's a publication ban. Yes. But having said that, I'm really happy that the police are doing their job, that are protecting our neighborhood. I'm hoping that the courts are doing their effective thing and that these people didn't pose an immediate threat. Safety of our community throughout Richmond Hill and in Canada is a priority. We have a great, safe neighborhood, amongst the safest, if not the safest, in Canada.
Certainly, Public Safety Minister Ralph Goodale has said this poses no threat to national security. 2 things. One is, how does he know that for certain? Secondly, Tom, if you live on Larratt Lane, especially if you're an immediate neighbor or live across the street, I mean, maybe not national security, but local security, I think I'd have concerns if I lived on this street.
100%, you bet. So the local people, when you hear the reports, are saying, oh, what's going on in my neighborhood? I didn't know what's going on. And it raises the anxiety level for everyone in the area. And given that there were charges, and the charges were pretty heavy, dangerous. But having said that is, I don't know what information the minister has. I don't have any information any different. So I can't pose a judgment. I'm not trying to tell the courts what to do or not to do. Alarming when you hear of explosive equipment in Richmond Hill. Worry, for sure.
Is this maybe political correctness run amok? I mean, again, Public Safety Minister Ralph Goodale was around the time this story was breaking, was also in the news because he was censoring a terrorism report, taking out words like Sunni extremists, Sikh extremists, the whole idea that he didn't want any specific communities named, which I think takes away some of the teeth of the report. So is this maybe political correctness trumping public safety?
I hope not. Bottom line is, political correctness is a very challenging thing because you get people's ire up. I'm going to say to you, I'm more of a spade kind of guy. Let's move forward. Let's get the report there and let's move on. Let's raise the debate issue. If there was any safety concern whatsoever, it should be front and center. We should be taking more precaution, not less. Again, York Region Police did a fantastic job here. They did a lot of investigation. They shut down the street. They made people aware. They did an investigation. Why there's a publication ban, that makes the story have a little more life, because if everything was clean, I prefer it to be a little more open, especially when you're talking about a safety and security in our area for such an explosive story. When you have the U.S. Secret Service informing us here about border people coming around. I mean, the overview of the story is alarming, for sure.
And there you have it, folks. I mean, I totally subscribe to the caveat, one is innocent until proven guilty, but I do also subscribe to the caveat that public safety trumps all. And I really, understand the anger and the frustration and even the fear of neighbors here on Larratt Lane that the people who stand accused of having an explosive device a powerful one at that, with a detonator, are free to come and go as they please. Hopefully, this judge, who is somewhat rolling the dice, hopefully it doesn't come, it doesn't turn out badly in the final analysis. For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, the Rebel has a new app. Please download that app and take the Rebel with you wherever you go.